Hey gang, today we are back at Disney's Fort Wilderness, and that's because Crockett's Tavern has dropped a brand new menu. And we're gonna be trying all 8 of their brand new menu items. What's new, what has changed, and of course, see if it's worth the hype. So let's dive in to Crockett's Tavern, one of my favorite places to dine at Disney's Fort Wilderness. But in order to do so, you guys have to come along.
This Tavern.
And I have been hearing rumors about Crockett's Tavern having a new menu for a really long time. And I finally saw on the app today, not only do they have new menu items, they literally have all new menu items other than one dish. I don't know if there are any new cocktails and drinks, but I'm gonna find that out. But I cannot wait to find out how this new food tastes. There are some old classics that I'm very sad they took away. They used to have a mac and cheeseburger that had like a huge, giant, thick, crispy piece of like layered mac and cheese on the burger. It's not on the menu anymore, it's gone, but they did add a new bacon cheeseburger, which I heard the bacon is actually smoked in-house, so that can only be good. I think all of it can only be good, but I'm gonna give a play-by-play of what I would definitely get again when I'm here at Fort Wilderness, and you guys know, I'm always gonna be here at Fort Wilderness. Let's head inside Crockett's Tavern. And one of my favorite things about Crockett's Tavern is usually it comes with one of the best views while you dine. Now, unfortunately, they are building the giant new DVC tower, so there is a lot of construction area. Usually you can see straight into Seven Seas Lagoon out on the water, so hopefully some of that construction goes away and we'll get our beautiful view back from in here. But you guys know, I do not think that the view in here is too bad either. It is one of my favorite places to step in and dine. Check out this new Crockett's Tavern provision menu. It looks like there's a new house-smoked beef brisket sliders, a new warm artichoke and crab dip, that new bacon cheeseburger I was telling you about, a garlic shrimp skillet, the fried green tomato sandwich that's here, that's their plant-based option, but that isn't new, so we will not be getting that, but we're gonna be moving right along to more new options, which are hot honey chicken wings, a burnt ends mac and cheese, and an old-fashioned buttermilk pie. But I guess before we get into these provisions, Travis did remind me that this is a tavern. It's Crockett's Tavern, and he wanted a little drink. Tell me what you got.
It's just a Clementine old fashioned, Angel's Envy and Clementine bitters, I guess, orange bitters. It's good, but I don't know. I feel like it's been here for a little while, so maybe they'll do a new one in the hot season or Christmas time.
Thank goodness I brought Trav along to help me out. But I think another thing we should do to kind of help us out a little bit is maybe try to order like a set of like appetizers, or like the dishes that like I think are appetizers, and then move on to like dishes that are like the entrees and then the dessert. Like try to keep a flow with it, because truthfully they are a tavern, they're a lounge, so everything kind of is a small bite, even though some of the bites are not so small, as you will see. Well, at least I hope they aren't. I haven't seen the new menu yet. I think that would be a really good way to get it going. Let's kind of start with their starters. I so wish that I had smell-o-vision right now, you guys, let alone everything smelling so good. Our first round of food is here, and it's looking so good. Let's check out these new starters. So first up, this is the house-smoked beef brisket sliders. It's served with a creamy coleslaw, horseradish cream, and French fries for $18. And check out that house-made beef brisket. And so for me, when I hear house-made, that kind of makes me think that they're making the brisket in-house, as well as that bacon on that bacon cheeseburger we're gonna have later. And this looks so delicious. It's shining. The bun is like a nice little brioche slider bun. I think it can only be good, but there's only one way to find out.
It's like your grandma's brisket.
That's some of the best brisket that I've had in a very, very long time. And we eat brisket quite often. We probably shouldn't because it is fatty, but it is fatty and delicious, and so is this slider. And for someone like myself, I usually am not a big coleslaw person. I won't ask for a sandwich without it on it. Like, I'll take it to try it, but the coleslaw in this is perfectly done. It adds a nice little crunch. It's not overpowering. I even like that they kind of put it more on the bottom so it's not like the first thing you're biting into, and it acts like a little bed for the brisket to kind of like melt all its drippings on. And then I do love horseradish, so the horseradish crema, I knew I was gonna love it. Now, Travis is not the biggest coleslaw or horseradish fan, so I'm really interested to see what he thinks about his beloved brisket slider.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Meat super tender. It's almost like a pot roast, like the way it falls apart. I'm not usually a coleslaw type of person or horseradish, because a lot of times the horseradish, like, it's a little bit like too stingy for me, if that makes any sense. People that don't like it will understand what I'm saying. But I don't really get this from it. It just has like a hint of it. It's not overpowering or anything like that, so I think it's really good.
And we did find out that beef brisket is made in-house, just like the bacon is. They said they have smokers in back, but a lot of times they don't use the smokers a lot. They're kind of more used for side items. But with this new menu, they really wanted to start reusing those smokers. If those little sliders are any sign of how this meal is gonna go, we're gonna have a really, really, really nice dinner. And I was a little worried because they used to have a trio of sliders here, and it was like a chicken slider, like a beef slider, and then like something else. I don't really remember. It might have been like a cauliflower slider or something like that. And I really liked the trio. Yeah, maybe a pulled pork. Yeah, that's what it was. I really like the trios. I don't know, because it gives you like a little bit of everything to try. So these were the sliders that replaced that. So I was a little worried, and they did not disappoint. It's so dang good. And on to the second starter. This is the warm artichoke and crab dip. It's served with crisp toast for $15. Now, I love a good cheese artichoke dip, but I don't think a lot of places have an artichoke and crab dip. Like, what the heck, Fort Wilderness? What are you becoming? This is like some bougie stuff that I'm here for. They did let me know the skillet comes straight out of the oven. So yes, it is quite hot, and to be careful. And I cannot wait to see the cheesy goodness that is this artichoke crab dip. I don't think I can get like a cheese pull off this because it is more of a dip. Oh my goodness though. The warm artichoke crab dip. Did you hear that crunch? The best thing about this so far, they did not skimp. I wish I could say skimp on the shrimp, but it's not shrimp, it's crab. They did not skimp on the crab. It tastes like the perfect seafood queso. I love how the top kind of caramelized a little bit from being in the oven. Now, I will say, it's not super seafood heavy. Like, I could probably tell Travis, who does not eat seafood, that this is just a delicious queso dip, and he would probably eat it. It's not overly seafood. They didn't put a lot of Old Bay seasoning. They just let the crab speak for itself, which crabs are it's a very light seafood. It's not an overpowering flavor. I wouldn't say I taste tons of artichoke, but that's kind of how like spinach artichoke dip is also. Like, once you whip the cream in there, you're not really having to taste vegetables or too much more. Yeah, the crunch on the little crostini, I love it, and I love how many they give you. Sometimes they'll give you like a big old skillet and you don't really have enough crostinis to dip in it. This is a really great second starter, and this is something I think I would get every time. And when I saw that these guys were on the new menu, I was so pumped. This is the hot honey chicken wings. It's fried chicken wings with chili infused honey and vinegar cucumbers for $16. Now, the reason why I'm even more excited, because at least to my knowledge, I do not remember Fort Wilderness having wings. Obviously, they have fried chicken over at Hoop-de-Doo Review and at Trails End, but I don't remember Crockett's Tavern really having wings, at least bone-in wings. They kind of had these like crispy chicken bites here that Travis used to like to get, but not a bone-in wing, and they have picked literally my favorite sauce for any wing ever, which is a hot honey. So I'm super pumped to dive in. And they served it with like a little vinegar cucumber, which I think will help like balance out the spice a little bit. And you guys already know, if you've seen me eat wings on this channel, I am a flat person over a drumstick person. And I always like to hear in the comments below, what sort of wing person are you, or are you both? But enough yapping, time to try the hot honey chicken wings. Oh my goodness. Travis.
Good.
How is this not gonna be my favorite thing? We started too high. I had to go in for a second. You guys know I'm at Fort Wilderness a lot and how much I love it. So sometimes I probably can get a little nostalgic for my love for it. But so far, these first 3 items literally just blew my mind. I wanted to come into this video and give you a good critique if anything deserved it, and so far it doesn't. These wings are maybe my new favorite wings at Disney World, and that is off of 2 bites. The honey is so sticky and sweet, and even the spice is perfectly balanced with that sweet honey. They didn't go crazy on it. I have a little bit of like tongue burn, but nothing too much getting up in my sinuses or anything. And now I do want to try the little cucumber here. It's perfect. It's like a little delicate side salad to cool you off, but I am not wasting my bites on the cucumber. These wings are so dang good. I would order 2 of them. Okay, now who's the real influencer? Trav, because Trav influenced me to get a drink, and I think this is gonna be a good one. Yeah, I usually get the margarita here, but let's be honest, I usually get the margarita everywhere, so I wanted to try something different. It's not super new. They said it was kind of new on the menu from like a year or 2 ago, but this is the Camper's Coupe, and what's so interesting, it has a citrus flavor with brandy, and it says it's made with America's first spirit ever, which is like an Applejack, layered Applejack brandy. So that's kind of interesting. And then a hint of maple syrup. So I think that's gonna like add a little savory sweet action. And it's a beautiful drink. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Oh my goodness. It's Florida at the Fort. This is so good. Why have I never gotten this? Oh my goodness. All right. I can't spend too much time adoring this drink because it is not new, and we are here for the new items. But if you are here, definitely get this Camper's Coupe. If you're a camper, get the Camper's Coupe. And like I said earlier, you guys, we're gonna be getting everything on the menu. Well, everything except for one thing, because the fried green tomato sandwich, which is a plant-based option, isn't new, but they do kind of have a new version of it. And the awesome head chef, Brett, actually brought us some of the new side dish to try. So they used to have a crispy cauliflower on the menu that you could get as an appetizer, but now they have put it on the side of the fried green tomato, making a perfect plant-based option of a side, and it's served with like a little corn salsa as well. Now before, the cauliflower fries were not tempura battered, and now look at this. It is definitely going to be a little crunchy bite. We'll dip it in the little aioli sauce here.
Garlic aioli. So that's what comes on the side of the...
Yes. The garlic aioli is so good. This comes on the side of the sandwich. It's crispy. It's salty. It has like a little kick on it.
Because remember, that's the problem that we had with the cauliflower. It wasn't crispy.
Yeah.
So maybe this is better.
Yeah, now that they're tempura battering it, it's very crispy. If you're looking for a full, complete plant-based item, just get that fried green tomato sandwich. And these new cauliflower little crisps do not disappoint. They are really dang good. And thanks, Chef Brett. It was nice to try one of the plant-based things. Now let's jump into these entrees. This is, I think, to be soon the infamous bacon cheeseburger. It's served with house-smoked cherrywood bacon, garlic herb cheese, and sweet onion jam, served with French fries for $19. And you guys know we have to cut in to this bacon burger. I can see the delicious house-made bacon on there, and it's so different than the crispy bacon that you would normally think, but I kind of love this sort of bacon where it's more of a ham, and then there's like a garden herb cheese on it, and I think we have a little sweet note on here as well. Yes, a sweet onion jam. And the amazing head chef here also let me know all the fries we've been given tonight, they are classic Disney fries, but I'm telling you guys, they do not taste like those boring, not crunchy fries. They put like a special blackened seasoning on them and make them up fresh for you, making the perfect fry. Why can't all the Disney fries just be like this fry? Gotta see what a center cut with this cut bacon looks like. And I'm gonna let you guys see into the innards first before me. What do you think? How is she looking? Oh, I see some steam coming off there. Oh, look at that bacon and that burger. I can see the sweet onion jam right on there. I can see all the layers of the herb dressing. The brand new bacon cheeseburger. Let alone the burger being like smoke grill fired. The smoke you get from that bacon, you do not have to tell me that that bacon is made in a little smokehouse on property. I could tell by the flavor. It is not dry at all. And I'm kind of happy they didn't go with a classic crispy bacon, because that's kind of like every bacon cheeseburger you've ever had before. This one is definitely a twist. And even putting a twist on the cheese by like not putting like an American cheese or a provolone. It's like kind of like a garden herb, like more of a liquidy cheese, which I really love because it just like drapes itself over the whole burger. The bun, again, is amazing. The bottom is not getting soggy. It is a perfect bite, but if I was trying to choose between either the burger or the sliders, it would be really hard if you're in like a handheld sort of mood. I think you have to get both, or it just depends. This burger is huge. If you want something maybe a little smaller portion or maybe a little more shareable, I would probably go with the sliders. But I'm telling you, you might not want to skip on this bacon cheeseburger. It's so good.
Pretty smoky, but also a little garlicky at the same time. And that bacon's really, really good. It's it's super smoky. So if you don't like smoke, you may not like it, but I like smoky stuff. So.
And check out this garlic shrimp skillet. It's shrimp, smoked sausage, corn, and garlic shallot butter for $15. When I saw a shrimp skillet on the menu, I didn't really know what to expect, other than that there would be shrimp and a skillet. And I think what I have to say about this dish, it seems like it's one of their little bit healthier options. They do have a little bit of their crisps on the side, but other than that, it's kind of just like a meat and veggies. There are some delicious looking peppers on top of that. And it's like a little surf and turf, a little sausage, a little shrimp. I first want to try out the smoked sausage here, and it should have been simmering in this corn and shallot butter. Oh, garlic butter too. So I think it'll really soak up a lot of that flavor. Okay, here's the thing. I think for a sausage, it has that snap that you like. Now, unfortunately, I don't really like sausage, especially with a snap. So even though I'm sure this is very good, I can tell it's seasoned, but if you like a snappy sausage, you will like this one. But let's see if I like the shrimp a little bit better. They have left the shrimp tail on for us, so I'm assuming that means it cooked with the shrimp tail, which is going to give it a lot of extra flavor, and the butter is just like dripping off of there. I do like it. It's fresh. I do think my favorite thing about this dish though is probably the corn garlic butter. I don't know if this is one that I would actually get again. So far, I think out of the whole menu, this might be my least favorite, but all in all, it still really is bringing some like pretty intense flavors. I just think the other stuff might be a little bit more aligned with my flavor palette, which is what I like. But still, all in all, a pretty good dish. And for only $15, getting a little surf and turf is not too bad, but would I get it again? Probably not. But I think for our entrees, we have saved the best for last. And just look how beautiful she is. And this is the final entree I have been waiting for. This is the burnt ends macaroni and cheese. It's white cheddar macaroni and cheese, glazed pork burnt ends, and pickled peppers for $18. I think, let alone the menu upgrade, we have really got a plating upgrade. They have new boards, new plates, new bowls. The bowls and plates are actually china, where they used to serve us in plastic. So there just is a full upgraded dining experience here. And look at the way that this burnt ends mac and cheese looks. And this is not your homemade craft mac and cheese. The chef let me know that the cheddar that is used for this mac and cheese sauce is aged for 3 years, which is crazy. And there's even some sweet and spicy peppers on the top that I think are gonna add a nice little like acidity to the dish to make it not overly creamy in your face. Now, burnt ends is not something I would usually order when I'm ordering barbecue, unless it is kind of mixed with something. So this is the perfect dish for me. And these are a pork burnt end, just so you know. And it's, you know, the ends of the pork that were extra burnt and crispy. The burnt ends macaroni and cheese. It is crispy, it is smoky, and it is a delicious. I think this is the perfect little dinner to have at Fort Wilderness. It really has that like savory campfire quality, and the sweet peppers, like, are these sweet peppers? What are they called? I forget. Oh, pickled peppers. Yeah, the little tiny pickled peppers on top. The only thing I don't like about them is that there's not more of them. I want this like whole mac and cheese like drenched in that. Maybe if it was like a pickled pepper sauce, just a little bit over the burnt ends, because sometimes the burnt ends, you know, can get a little burnt where they are a little crunchy. But yeah, the mac and cheese, yeah, I love it. I think that this dish is fantastic. Is it my favorite? I'm not sure yet because we saved room for dessert. So we have one more item to try out, but I'm gonna keep chowing down on this mac and cheese. They've only added one new dessert, which means it is probably going to be really good. This is the old-fashioned buttermilk pie, and the toppings will change for the season, and it's gonna be $9. Check this beaut out, and like I said, the toppings are seasonally going to change. So for this season, they are using some of my faves. It's a strawberry rhubarb topping, and I did ask our lovely server Mars, I said, is this like actually have like whiskey in it? Is it like an old fashioned buttermilk pie? And she said, no, it's more that it's like an old timey buttermilk pie, because there's really no other place on property that's doing a buttermilk pie. Well, now there is, and I'm super, super pumped to dive in. Now, I'm not sure if I've had a buttermilk pie before. So far, it's kind of looking like to me like a cheesecake and cornbread had a baby, which I think Fort Wilderness knows a thing or two about some delicious cornbread, and they know a thing or two about strawberry shortcake. So let's see if they know a thing or two about buttermilk pie. Hey Trav, where's yours? Where's your buttermilk pie? Holy buttermilk pie, Batman. It has this lemon, like citrusy kick woven inside of it. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know if that's the strawberry rhubarb, but the texture of the buttermilk pie is like nothing I've ever had before. It truly is like a cheesecake. It's not as much cornbread as I was thinking. It's more of like a creamy strawberry rhubarb cheesecake, but it just has a little bit different texture than you would of a cheesecake. Like it's a little more crumbly. Let me go in for a second here. I really, really love it. I think that this is an elevated, fantastic, sweet, citrusy, fresh dessert, and I think it will always be changing, always an evolution with having different seasons and different toppings. I would love for the Halloween time to maybe see like a little cinnamon or something, like with like a little cinnamon stick on here. I think that could be really, really good. And like I said, their old dessert was kind of like a trio of like little puddings kind of, or like little pies. And it was pretty good, but I think its replacement is just a little bit better. And I'm not joking, like Travis really does need to order a second one because he's not getting this one. And we get this comment a lot, how do you guys eat all this food? Well, we don't. Luckily, we live 30 minutes away and we can bring them home in to-go boxes for second dinner. And we just got out of Crockett's and I see a familiar face over here. We've taken you guys on the carriage rides that they have here before, and Dragon was our horse. You can even go see Dragon and try Circle D Ranch, but I think we're getting to see him right here. I'm gonna ask if that's who it is. Is this Dragon?
No, this is Willie.
Oh, it's Willie. They look so similar. This isn't Dragon, this is Willie, but he looks really similar to Dragon. Dragon is nice and dark like him with the little white paint on the forehead, and look at his beautiful braid. What's up, Willie? I don't know if I've met you before, but I promised you guys a full food review. All right, before we give our full food review, I want to go check out the construction of Lakeshore Lodge right behind us. I've been showing you guys the progress of this from other resorts, but we are getting to see it up close and personal. And even when we were coming in on the boats, I noticed these structures that are kind of like an A-frame. I don't know if you guys can see it right there. I'll also play footage from the boat. I didn't really know that there were gonna be bungalows or cabins, and to me, that's what this looks like it's going to be. For some reason, I thought it was gonna just kind of be one main giant tower resort, which is kind of what you see here, and see all the big construction for that. But I wasn't kind of expecting there to be cute little bungalows. That makes me a little excited. I will say I am still nervous about it changing Fort Wilderness. I have been coming here and camping here since I was a little girl, and so I would have loved to see it just stay the cabins and the campsites, but it's out of our hands, it's not our decision, and a new DVC tower is coming. Full review like I promised, and you guys, that new menu has me shook because believe it or not, even the old menu, I only had a few favorites on that menu that I always would get time and time again. So I was truthfully only expecting to have a few favorites on this new menu. And I have to say, when we come back here, I don't know what we're gonna get because we can't get the whole menu again. That was a little extreme, but so super fun. I think if I have to just pick a few things off the top of my head that I would for sure get again, it's gonna be those beef brisket sliders, the hot honey wings, definitely the old-fashioned buttermilk pie. The mac and cheese was good, but I'm gonna stick with those three things. I think maybe I wouldn't get, like I said, the shrimp and sausage again. And I think the mac and cheese could maybe just need like a little work. There's just something in the burnt ends, or like maybe it needs, like I said, like a spicy sauce or something, but everything else was so fantastic. I'm still dreaming about the crab artichoke dip, and I don't have to dream about it too long. I can take it home and reheat it and have it for myself a little bit later for dinner. But all in all, the team at Crockett's really brought it with this one. And they're kind of always changing the menu here, but I hope that this rendition sticks around for a while because I have nothing really bad to say about it. I absolutely loved it. Our service was fantastic. And if you guys are at Fort Wilderness, definitely do not sleep on coming to Crockett's Tavern. Like I said, they are only open from 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and you cannot get reservations in there or do mobile order. So you kind of just have to find your way to Fort Wilderness via boat from Magic Kingdom or bus from the front. And since there's no reservations, just come on in and grab a seat, and you guys will also have an amazing, amazing meal. All right, Trav, for your food review, out of all of the leftovers in this little, I feel like it's a Mary Poppins bag of magical, wonderful things. Out of all of our leftovers, what is your favorite? I will let you pick 2 options.
2?
Okay, 3. I had to do 3 too.
Brisket, for sure.
Sliders, as I said.
Maybe the wings.
Yeah, so very good. And Travis did end up trying.
Mac and cheese as a backup.
Yeah, mac and cheese as a backup. Travis did end up trying the seafood dip, which I was very impressed with you, babe. Very shocked. So even for someone who doesn't like seafood, that crab and artichoke dip, pretty dang good.
But yeah, it was fine. I mean, I probably would never order it, but yeah, it's fine for trying it for one time. Yeah, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever tasted before.
But thank you guys so much for coming along with us. And as always, peace, love, and positivity.
All the good things.
Love you guys. Bye.